Hey guys, Daniel here from the Truck Insurance Channel. In this video, I'm talking about everything that goes in the driver qualification file. Compliance is a really big thing you want to get ahead of. If you set up everything right in the beginning, obviously like this whole series of videos is all about starting a semi-trucking company, getting your own authority, all that. If you get ahead, then maybe you stay ahead and you have like a template and like standard operating procedures, all that, right? It's so much better to plan ahead for this stuff and start implementing everything so that later on, especially come like audit, new entrant audit or random audit time, you're not scrambling and freaking out, because that's what most people do. Don't be like most people, all right? I'm just gonna talk about everything that goes into the driver qualification file. There's gonna be a whole bunch of links and everything down in the description, so make sure you check that out. Let's jump in. First things first, easiest thing to do, get a copy of the commercial driver's license, all right, CDL. If you haven't ever heard of me talk about Logrock, I would definitely click the link down in the description and get an account set up, because you can store all this stuff in there and it's nice and easy. You can set reminders for anything that expires. There's quite a few things that are like annual or biannual. It'll make your life a lot easier. If you are your only driver, all of this applies to you, okay? You wouldn't think that like a driver application, like an employment application, you'd have to do one for yourself, but you do, because there's a lot of other stuff that goes along with it. It's all part of compliance, and you know, you just don't want to mess with anything compliance-wise, right? Stay compliant, and then you can stay in business and keep earning money, and also save money on insurance down the road, because that's something that underwriters will look at. You need a copy of the CDL, a copy of your medical certificate, the driver application, and if you use Logrock, that's a free resource. You can set up your own application. It collects all the consent forms you need, especially if you're hiring other drivers. You don't have to worry about like anything legal-wise with consent forms. It collects everything, and it's completely DOT compliant, the whole application, and then it literally builds out the driver qualification file for you. The verification of employment to previous employers, that's really important for CDL drivers, and kind of like a big thing when it comes to audits. So you're supposed to at least attempt to verify previous employment. So like call or email the employers of any driver, even including yourself, which is kind of like, why would I do that? I know that I worked there, but I would shoot an email or something and have record of that. Logrock has that built in now, so the verification of employment is automated. If you want to go further and actually make phone calls, like if someone doesn't reply to an email, you can call them. There's a place to log all that info in there. You also need a copy of an MVR, motor vehicle report. If you don't have one or can't find where to actually do it on your state DMV site, I've got a link below where you can order an MVR real quick. We turn those around really fast, except for Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania takes forever. An accident register is something you might not need yet, but it's good to have one like in the file, even if there's nothing on there. It can be blank, just have the template. There's a link below to one of those. Pre-employment drug test results. And then you also have to have a Consortium enrollment certificate. If you haven't watched the video on that, there's a link below. And then also the Clearinghouse queries. You gotta check and make sure for yourself and for any drivers. You're supposed to have a road test certificate done. There's a link below for like the FMCSA's like template of that. And basically anyone with a CDL can do a road test for you. So maybe you got a buddy or someone else that has a CDL. Otherwise you would do it for your own drivers. But as a driver yourself, for your own authority under your own company, you need to have someone do a road test with you, all right, and have that, you know, filled out and filed. The only other thing I would mention is, especially like if you have owner-operators, you want a lease agreement, and we've got a great template below for that. You don't really need an employment contract for yourself, you could, but anyone that's 1099 or W-2, lease agreement, employment contract, whatever. But I was gonna say, if you also have owner-operators, you might wanna go ahead and have their vehicle inspection, you know, paired up with that lease agreement. That's something good, and you want to do that annually, which I'm going to talk about next. So all the things you need to review annually include MVR. Yes, you pull one when you're hiring somebody or yourself when you're starting your company, and then you need to pull another one every year. And the best time to do this is right before insurance renewals, right? So when your policy's coming up for renewal, go ahead and pull another MVR on yourself, because you need it for your files, and pull them for your drivers too if you have drivers. And then that way, getting insurance renewal quotes is a lot easier, right? So most agents don't want to pull MVRs until they kind of feel you're committed to buying a policy from them. If you're our customer, obviously we do insurance. We pull MVRs on all our customers every year at renewal. But it's a serious thing though. Like if you provide your own MVR and it's like 30 or 60 days old. It can't be older than that. Agents can use that for quotes, and it makes you look a lot better, a lot more organized. You're gonna get quotes back faster, more accurate numbers, no surprises like after you say you want to buy it and then the rates shoot up, right? Anyways, back to annual review stuff. The accident register needs to be updated, even if there's no accidents. Maybe just like type something in there that says, reviewed and the date. Easy enough. Clearinghouse queries need to be rerun every year. Even on yourself, even if you know you didn't fail any drug tests, if you're your only driver, or like if you're a driver for your company, the query's got to be run for every driver under the authority. The medical exam isn't an annual thing, but it is something to keep in mind. Like that expires every 2 years. And again, if you're using Logrock, you just set an expiration reminder, but it is something to remember to check at least every year. You don't want any CDL driver ever running for your company with an expired medical exam, okay? That's pretty much it though. Driver qualification file is not that complicated, especially if you use nice software like Logrock. It's free, guys, just sign up. But that's it. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. Feel free to call us, email, check out our website. You can get, quotes on there super fast. We are here to help, so feel free to reach out to us. We love answering any questions. If you find something that we can't answer, we'll figure it out together, okay? That's all. Be safe out there. See you in the next video.